And then Sally and I walked away, and we went and had a drink with another mentee, because I didn't know they were going to have hors d'oeuvres and snacks.
Yeah, because the networking.
Oh, network. After I told everybody how networking doesn't work.
30 minutes.
And the reason why it doesn't work is because you're networking with people just like you. You don't want to network with people just like you. You want to network, so somebody calls you on New Year's Eve. In today's language, I'm being sarcastic. Can you do me a solid and da-da-da-da? And instead of, when they're going to call Ukraine here, can you bail me out of jail? Because I got arrested for beating my wife. Do Ukrainian men beat their wives? Oh, never.
No, Ukrainians don't beat as much as Russians.
No? By the way, we have a Ukrainian and a Russian woman here, so that they don't beat. Okay, well, we'll have to put that on CNN. Ukrainian men do not beat as much as Russian men, their wives, we'll leave it at wives. We'll keep it a legitimate relationship. So now we've walked through the deal, the banks, and then the deal that we're going to close wound up not being as pretty as we thought. But it wasn't like when you lifted her dress up, she had a penis. It wasn't that bad, but I mean, it wasn't what you thought. It's like girls wear black a lot because it makes them look thinner. If you didn't figure this out yet, okay? And in the old days, girls wore girdles and shit. Do girls wear girdles anymore? Girdles, the thing that... No. Okay, they used to wear girdles. So, I mean, when a girl used to take their girdle off, the old joke used to be, boom, I was pinned up against the wall from her fat, But I'm sure that's not politically correct to talk that way. And you used to be able to say, when you were following some, let's say, overweight or curvy, they now call them, I don't know what they call them. They got commercials now for fat people, girls that wear fat lingerie and shit. I said, Sally, wait a minute, I'm cleaning my glasses. Is this, she goes, oh, yeah, what do they call it, oversized or?
Plus size.
What about just fat? Anyway, so, I mean, when the girl used to walk away from you and her butt looked like pigs in a gunny sack, but you can't say that anymore. I may be one of the last guys to talk that way. And I loves women though, but you can't do that. So anyway, the deal, it was hairy, but we decided to go forward with it, mainly because you need a paycheck. That's the real reason and we weren't going to go to jail. It wasn't so bad we were going to get in trouble for it. And it's really important to get the first deal done. So we went forward with it, and we wanted to be able to pay bonuses to our Dream Team Board of Directors, and we wanted to pay the delayed fees to our accountants and lawyers. Because this dog doesn't hunt without accountants and lawyers. It just doesn't. And one thing, let's say we have a deal with PwC, then we jump here and we jump there. It's a small world. You don't pay. I mean, these other guys find out.
Yeah, no, very fast.
Yeah, very fast. And so, you honor your obligation. And so we got that deal closed. And now, she asked me, well, when are you planning the exit? That day. Well, I'm already setting up that I want to exit down the road as quick as humanly possible, but I'm going to let the market tell me. If the stock market is roaring in financial technology, that's how I'll exit. If the market isn't roaring in financial technology, the stock market, but people are on acquisition modes and they're M&A, and there's a lot of M&A activity in financial technology, then that's another road. The best of all worlds is when both markets are really heated up. Both the individual M&A market that we can sell, or the stock market. And then a third alternative that isn't used that much you sell to pension funds, because pension funds are always looking for a yield. And so if you can show them a yield that is generally in the same order of magnitude as their yield on their portfolio, then you've got another alternative, pension funds. And pension funds, have a lot of money, as do insurance companies. And so we've taken it through the whole gamut. And we've done the interviews with the banks, etc. And again, remember, every time they open up a branch, I mean, they're saying a couple things. One of which there's no customers, and second of which is there's money because they're putting money there, and they've done all the market analysis. The same as when they open up a Walmart, they've done umpteen studies for the demographics to open that Walmart, and that's why you see, Starbucks and McDonald's and all these other things, not just within the Walmart, but around the Walmart. And Walmart is a great anchor tenant. I mean, by definition, you can't not lease out all the space long term if you've got one of those kind of companies as a tenant. And the anchor chairman acts as the same kind of thing as Walmart does as an anchor tenant. Your anchor chairman, and you leverage off of that person all the way down to the industry experts. Now, any questions about that stuff or the presentation that we saw on webinar where we had the guy in security? But a natural for him to branch off into, because you asked me, was it cyber? And no, but once he gets a base, he can acquire a cybersecurity company, although he doesn't have any expertise in it now. Now he's in physical security. And the natural adjunct to physical security is building maintenance, building cleaning, those are naturals because you're already going to have contracts with buildings, sites, and so they need to be cleaned, they need to be maintained, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, he's got a great platform. And most people start on the cleaning end and then work into the security end. But he's in the security end because he's spent the last 20 years providing that kind of security. Any questions about any of that? Wada-san, you got it? No, you don't got it. Do you understand? Yes, okay. No more this. Who's my 5 o'clock today?
That's me.
6? 7? No, you go to hell for telling lies. I think I may have a conference call at 7. Maybe that's why I don't have a 7. Okay, tonight, you passing your homework?
Yes.
No, the goals and affirmations. Yeah, I have it here. Okay, no homework tonight. No, you had what was the homework tonight?
We'll go Klaus that way then.
No, Klaus, but I mean, no written. Okay. Yep, I'm listening.
So you're buying some company.
You're buying some company.
They already have shares. How do you know?
Okay, well, no. I mean, you're going to buy, well, as I said, there's 2 ways to buy a company. Buy assets, which is what I like to do, just the assets, not the company shares, because with company shares comes liabilities present and future. Company assets are, for example, you're just buying the machines, intellectual property, yada, yada. My recommendation will be not to buy their shares. But they have tax basis and they have all kinds of other things, so they're going to want to sell you the shares, and it's very seldom will they sell you assets, and they will sell you shares because they're going to be advised by their accountants and their lawyers to sell all the liabilities, because if they don't sell the company and they're left with a shell, then they're stuck with the liabilities. So 3, 5, 10 years from now, some shareholder that nobody knew existed can pop up and cause them a huge problem.
So what's my options?
No, well, the options are either assets or shares. And I mean, this is also covered. You get a deal on this. But 90% of the time you're going to have to buy shares. 90%. But if you have your druthers, if you have your choice, buy assets. Always buy assets. And assets, but they're going to strip out the cash. Okay, but they also strip out the liabilities when you buy assets. And but I mean, when you buy a company, a unit, quite often, you'll tell them, if I'm buying the company with all present and future liabilities, you're leaving the cash in. And depending on how much the cash is, especially since you don't have two pennies to rub together and you need to pay yourself a salary, that you can take your first board of directors bonuses out of the cash that's left in the company. Not to go buy Mercedes like a few of the kids have. Speaking of cars, some of these guys will have company cars. I mean, you get the car, you get everything. Company cars, company hideaways, ski lodges, the whole enchilada. And for everything they want to carve out, I mean, it lowers the price. Because 99 times out of 100, the ski lodge is in the company's name, so they can write it off for taxes. 99.9% of the time, all the cars, the boats, the planes, and all the stuff are in the company's name, so they can write them off. And in some cases, although there's not too much of this anymore, I mean, even the clubs they belong to are in the company's name. So so there are some benefits, there are some perks to buying the company, not just because you're going to get the liabilities. But one of the first things we did is within the first 90 days, we sold the planes, we sold the boats. And I remember one of the guy's daughters came to me, all of a sudden, I'm Uncle Dan. Uncle Dan, can we keep the plane past Christmas? Because we bought somebody, because they wanted to take it skiing. And I said no. But I'm a curmudgeon that I am. Even my own kids didn't like it, some of those things, But and I was way past it when my daughter's lip quivered because she was going to cry. That had a little effect on me, a little effect. Okay, any other questions? Okay, kids, we'll see you tonight. We're eating in tonight, we're coming down to the last 4 or 5 hours. Meaning, that's about how long it takes me to 4 or 5 hours. So we're coming down to it, though. Okay.